Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi. Everyone, I am so excited and honored to meet everyone. I'm really, really glad to be here. I'm so glad to be a part of this. Thank you guys so much. Oh,
So
this is so cool.
thank you, actually. And now over to the medical team. So I guess, Dr. Naman, over to you guys.
Yes, hi, Ashley. Good morning. And
Good
I'm
morning.
Dr. Naman Tarif. I am the nephrologist here. I was trained in Chicago, and I was actually trained for peritoneal dialysis, especially by one of my mentors who is like guru in hemodialysis, because he knew that I'll need peritoneal dialysis in Pakistan. And, so here we are in Byonyks. We are so excited that we are going to have a start of a good conversation with you. And that will go on in the future, many more webinars with the patients and other healthcare professionals here in Pakistan. We would like to benefit from your experiences.
That was a very humble intro by Dr. Noman. Ashley, he is not like that. What he is, you're introducing himself. He's a big shot in Pakistan. One of you can say top 5, 6 nephrologists in Pakistan. Uh, uh, you know, got hundreds and hundreds of patients, and trained in Chicago. Then started PD in Saudi Arabia. And now in Pakistan, he's one of the 2 nephrologists who took this initiative to start PD in Pakistan. So he's not an ordinary nephrologist at all.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, that is it's an honor to be here, and I am so glad that I'm really, really excited to be a part of this. I really am, and I really appreciate you guys so much. It has been a severe journey, so for me to be here and be able to be a voice is amazing. Thank you again.
So Rasib and the team, you can introduce yourselves.
Yeah, hello, Ashley. Equally excited, probably more, because we manage the patients here on ground. My name is Dr. Rasib Muswi, and I've been working in this field for the last 15 years in Pakistan and in Dubai. So I've seen many patients who have a problem and they live on medicine, but when we were introduced to you by our team, we were so excited because we asked the team, who's the patient? Who's on dialysis? So this person, Ashley, I mean, amazing. We're so inspired by you, and we very, very excited. So very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Ashliee, this is Minahil. I'm working as project coordinator of PD at Byonyks. I'm graduated from King Edward Medical University. That is one of the topmost university in whole Pakistan. And previously, I was managing multiple hemodialysis patients, almost 100 plus. And now I'm managing multiple peritoneal dialysis patients. And I have more than 4 years of experience in dialysis field. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Ashliee. I am delighted to introduce myself. I am working as a clinical coordinator, senior clinical coordinator at Byonyks. My name is Anjum Aswar. I bring more than 15 years of experience in peritoneal dialysis and nephrology, nursing care as a caregiver. I traveled a lot within the Pakistan to serve the peritoneal dialysis patient from last 15 years, and I am very excited to meet you on this meeting, and thank you very much to give us this opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi, Ashliee. Good morning. It's an honor to talk with you and share a bit about my journey and the impactful work we are doing at Byonyks. Here, Muhammad Amir Suhail. I am a proud graduate of King Edward Medical University, which we can say the Harvard of Pakistan. Previously working in hospitals as a dialysis unit in charge, and now working in Byonyks as a project coordinator peritoneal dialysis from last 3 years. In my role, I have to collaborate with the healthcare professionals and patients to enhance the quality of dialysis care, database management, and to conduct workshops of peritoneal dialysis in hospitals across the Pakistan. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Ashley. My name is Ahmed Ayaz, and I'm the marketing executive in Byonyks. It's a, you can say, a treat to see you and to see your journey, and wish you the best of health and happiness for the future as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. So I think let's just start a session with a few questions from our side. The most important thing, that struck your statement when you were giving the interview, that I don't understand why they don't have this treatment or therapy for the patients to improve their lives. And this statement that you gave in your interview is such a striking statement, that you talk about the lives, not the patient. When you say lives, it just comes to my mind a hemodialysis patient and a peritoneal dialysis patient, two different perspectives. One who is just hooked to the machine, other one, liberal and with all the freedom to go around just like you. So how this has changed your life as a peritoneal dialysis when you started listening about or hearing about, going on dialysis?
Well, for example, I'm actually doing my last drain right now. That's why I keep looking down. I'm doing my last drain now. So, to me, it's very important. If I was not on peritoneal, I would have to be on my way to the clinic right now, and I would have to spend those, 3 or 4 hours at that clinic. And my children are in the living room right now. And, once this is done in about 30 minutes or so, which I'm home with them, they can still come and ask me for something. My cart, it moves. So if I need to go in the kitchen, make them some breakfast or something, I still have that ability to do so. And if I was at the clinic, I wouldn't be able to do so. So, like I expressed in the beginning, just hearing the word dialysis, it was scary. And I'm just thankful that I have the team that I have to, introduce me to peritoneal, because I do still have, my regular life. Honestly, I'm here right now and I'm talking to you guys, and I'm happy and I'm full of life. I'm not in pain, I'm not drained out or anything, and my machine is literally going right now. So this is a perfect example of still having life while fixing my life, internally. So yeah, it's important.
That's great. Manal, you want to ask?
So, Ashliee, when we were informed about you and this interaction, we expected a very frail and despondent patient. But when I saw your video and your profile, it's really amazing and you are really inspiring for us. So, you are a pretty active person and a DIY mom. And so, can you share your experience that how PD has changed your lifestyle, and any achievement you want to share with us that you are really proud of?
Okay, yes, thank you. So how it has changed my life, again, is just giving me the freedom and I'm comfortable now. I know that the treatment itself is not as harsh as I thought it was going to be. It's really, I do this while I'm sleeping, I started a little late last night, which is why my cycle is not done at this moment, because I got off of work late. But I have to, it doesn't bother me. I have to sleep naturally anyway. So cleaning my body while I'm doing it, and not being in pain, not having to travel, not having any downtime really. I don't have any side effects from my treatment. So it gives me that chance. I still have my day. I don't have to spend those hours in the clinic. So by me having that day, I can still go to work. I can still spend time with my kids. I can take a vacation if I need to and take a manual if necessary, and still do it while I'm out. I just came back from Atlanta. I was there for 3 days. I took 2 manuals with me, and I was still able to do what I needed to do. I actually am working on releasing my cookbook. I have 2 cookbooks that I'm working on releasing really soon. I was able to go on my favorite chef show. I cooked for Gordon Ramsay. Okay. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Michelin star chef, over 18 TV shows, over 18 restaurants, 23 Michelin stars. I love that man, like amazing. So I had the ability to be on his show, even with and even I told him my story while I was cooking. I was cooking my food. I made a chocolate covered bacon sandwich. I was on Idiot Sandwich, so I was trying to think of something unique. I made a chocolate covered bacon, a French toast sandwich for him with ribeye. And when he came to me, he was like, "What inspired you?" I'm like, "Well, 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with kidney disease after I had my son, and I was depressed. I was not getting dressed. I didn't know what was happening. My life, I felt like, was in shambles. I didn't feel like I had any control over my life. I just kind of lost myself. And when I looked up, 2 years had went by. I didn't have any pictures of myself. I didn't have, and in the pictures that I did have, you saw the depression in the picture. And it's like, that's trickling down to my kids because I'm not doing anything with my children. I'm not taking them to fun places because I'm soaked in the bed and, scared about what's going to happen next. Am I going lose weight, gain weight? Am I going to be sick because of treatment? Do I have to do this? Am I going to do this for the rest of my life? I had so many things going on in my head. And I told him the story. He was like, "You're on what? Like, you're on dialysis." Like, but I had to pull myself out of it. And then, like I said, the treatment itself, peritoneal, I'm so thankful because it's so simple. It's so simple. And I know that I still have a chance at life. So honestly, this right here, looking at this machine, it's like I have another chance at life. I'm rebuilding and refreshing. So that makes me take every day more serious. I'm not as scared anymore. I'm okay with talking about my situation, being able to help other people. So far, I've helped 5 people get on peritoneal. And it's crazy because just speaking to people on social media platforms, I make a status about things that's happening to me within, the treatment and, the bad news, the good news. I'm very open and blunt with it. Older people, 40, 50, people my age, they call me. People I haven't spoken to in years or people I don't even know on Facebook, they will message me and say, "Hey, could you give me a call real quick?" Sure. I sit on the phone with them for about an hour or two. "Oh, you stressed? Don't stress." I did that. I did enough stressing for everybody in the beginning. I'm here to tell you peritoneal is where it's at. Talk to your doctor, see if that's good for you. You still have your life. You can still do whatever. Take this as a lesson, take care of your body. But you still have a chance.
So you're a brave
we're all.
lady.
Sorry.
I just want to add, sorry, Dr. Numan, I just want to add, I'm sure I'll have a very delicious food this time when I am in US after listening to you.
Well, actually, we're all fan of Master Chef, and
Yes.
well, when
Yes.
you were in your video, you said, Ramsay Gordon just turned my bacon. That was very exciting statement.
Yep, that's my line, my punchline.
Well, I forgot to introduce one of our fellow. He's in Karachi.
Okay.
Karachi is like 1,000 miles from where we are sitting right now. We just started a new establishment in there. That's the biggest city in Pakistan. So we're going to start peritoneal dialysis patients there with the APD cycler. Adif, can you introduce yourself and then we can have further questions here.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much, Sadman. Hello, Ashley. This is
Hi, how are you?
I am fine. Thank you so much. This is me, Ashliee Shankle, and I am a medical technologist by profession. I did my graduation from the highest ranking medical institute of Pakistan, that is King Edward Medical University. And in my experience, I worked both as a teaching department and in both in clinical department. So currently, I am serving as a project coordinator peritoneal dialysis with Byonyks, and I am dealing with different patients and meeting with different healthcare professionals. So currently, I am sitting in the other corner of Pakistan, that is Karachi, and Karachi is the most populated city of Pakistan. And we Byonyks people are going to start. We are going to introduce APD here, inshallah.
I love it. That's
So they all
amazing.
are the warriors, Ashliee. All the medical, all the members of the medical team, they are warriors. They are the front warriors of Byonyks and the flag bearers of PD in Pakistan.
Okay. All right. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad that this is being introduced. I feel like it's beyond valuable. And it is definitely, if people are open to still having faith, I honestly feel like this is a very important key component to continuing life. I swear by it, honestly. I was so depressed. I really was. So, like just experiencing it now, if it can save a life, like I'm so for it. I am.
So you guys can carry on. I have to attend another meeting. Ashliee, it was nice talking to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, I have some questions. First, it's great that you are a cosmetologist and you understand the principles of hygiene. In our current practice, we are following International Society of Peritoneal Dialysis guidelines for our patients. Can you take us through through your hygiene practices when you initiate the peritoneal dialysis? Can you answer this, please?
Okay, so how do I take care of myself hygienically?
Yeah.
Oh, the same way I usually do. Nothing has really changed in that aspect. In the beginning, when I first got the surgery, of course, when I got the port put into my stomach, there are precautions that you have to take so that you can minimize or eliminate getting infections. You definitely have to be considerate of because you have to take a shower. You can't submerge your port in water. I can't swim. Those things have changed, but as far as showering, I still shower normal. When I first got the port, I would shower backwards, but I would cover it with the dressing, so that the water is not shooting directly onto the wound, or so that soap, from my body doesn't trickle down into the site. As it heals, it took maybe about a month or two for me to get comfortable with showering normally. You use your antibacterial soap. Make sure you have a clean, fresh cloth or a sponge. You use liquid soap, not bar soap. Which is things that we should be practicing anyway, But I still take a regular shower. The only thing now is I change my shower heads out. I try to use, if I can, use the systems that can purify my water, so I know that I'm getting clean water. But if not, like I said, clean shower heads. I bleach my shower heads weekly. Just taking a bowl of bleach and baking soda or something, and I just hold the shower head in there for a second, and then run the hot water, rinse it out, keep it clean. Soon as I get out the shower, I immediately clean my site. Now I'm at the point I do not cover my site because it's fully healed now. As long as I'm taking care of it, I do not wear workout gear, like things that make it like hold sweat or anything like tight compressed clothing around it, unless I put a dressing on top. And even after that, I make sure to clean my site. So, you can still do these things as long as you are taking care of the site. So it doesn't really change much. Even swimming, I've discovered that if you use like a what is it called? The sticker dressings,
Yeah.
the transparent
It's
dressings. If you
tricky
use
dressing, yeah.
those, yeah, if you use those with a couple of paddings, as long as you keep that, dry, you can still access, water. Some people, they love water sports. I can't really swim anyway, so I really just think it's a great thing for me to use with my kids. I can just put my feet in and be okay. But it is ways around it, as long as you take care of yourself. My hygiene is very much normal now. As I did mention, I was going through a depression where my hygiene kind of slipped. That was before the surgery. But my confidence is rebuilt, so every day I'm waking up and I'm taking a shower. I brush my teeth the same. I can go to the dentist. You need, extra clearance when you're getting treatments to make sure everything is okay due to the condition, but you still can get your deep cleanings. You still can, wear deodorant or, whatever your preference is. If you wear your smell good lotions, just don't rub it on the site. You can still take care of yourself. I still wear perfume, you know, everything is still the same as long as I'm protecting my site. That's it.
Great. Ashliee, how long have you been on peritoneal dialysis now?
I have been on since December of 2023.
23,
So
okay.
that's been almost 8 months.
7, 8 months. Great.
Mhm.
Arthur, you have a question?
All right, I have a question. Ashliee, I am glad that you're doing so good on peritoneal dialysis as a patient. So, as a medical professional, I would like to know that have you ever experienced any complications of peritoneal dialysis, like infection or some catheter-related issues, like inflow or outflow issues?
No, I have not. I'm very fortunate. Like I said, I take care of my site. Um, even excuse me, even though I'm confident with what's going on with the thing, that surgery was still, I've never had a surgery before. So the fact that I was put to sleep for the surgery, I knew I didn't want to go through that again. I didn't want to, have to deal with the healing process again. I don't like to really be sick, honestly. So I knew that I was going to do everything in my power to make sure I didn't get an infection. So that's my first priority is making sure that I'm taking care of my site and doing things to make sure that I don't get any infections. The most complications that I've had was it was the first 2 weeks after I got the site. I mean, after I got the port put in, I was able to heal for a couple of days, but with my numbers dropping as low as they were, my doctor wanted to start me immediately. So about 2 weeks in, we started doing like the drips, the drains, and she started me on mouth just to make sure that my port was open, my body was able to take it, things like that. So dealing with healing from the incision and then the medication pumping into my stomach, it was a lot. It was an adjustment, but I did have a little bit of drain pain in the beginning, but it passed. I feel nothing now. I'm sitting here with you guys,
All
about
right,
a quarter
so
of the way full.
Ashliee, okay. So Ashliee, can you please share some secret precautions that as a patient you take in order to prevent yourself from complications? Some other precautions, if you like to share.
Okay, yeah. So some of the things I do is, okay, when I go outside in the air, or if I know that I'm going to be around a lot of people, I did not wear crop tops, um, like short shirts. I always had on a full covering. When I went to work, I always made sure that my dressing was fresh, and I cleaned it with the provided solution twice a day. They said once, but I did it twice. I do it in the morning. I know that our body sweats. So when I came home after I showered and did everything, I cleaned it again. Very simple rub down. when I was home in the comfort of my own air, and I know, my air is clean, I know who's in my home, I took my dressing off and let it breathe. It was someday after I got a little bit further in the healing process. We know that the sun is a healing agent. Sometimes I would sunbathe and let the site get a little bit of sun, and even still, I would come back in the house and I would clean the site immediately after. I made sure that I did not wear my dressing more than one day at a time. And I also made sure that the soaps that I used was an antibacterial soap, so it would help me as well, while I was in the shower. So we'll get rid of the bacteria once with the soap, do it again with the cleaning solution.
All right. Thank you so much for your
No
experience.
problem.
Amazing. So Ashliee, I have a couple of questions to ask, but let's come to the first question, which is actually personal intrigue. Look, the
Okay.
more we talk to you, the more we know you. We know so many aspects of your personality, so that's commendable. We are truly impressed. And the question is related to this thing, that a person who is getting treatment on daily basis has so many aspects of life to manage around it. You're a cooking passionist, you are a mother, you are a social media influencer, you with all this problem of getting treatment, how do you manage to get so much energy, and most importantly, to channelize it into all these segments of your life and daily? So I would really like to know that.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a blessing. I take my vitamins every day. And as I stated before, I was depressed for so long. I knew immediately I didn't want to go back to that depression. Like I said, I watched 2 years of my life just go by where I did and completed absolutely nothing. So I feel like that was like my rest time. Um, I feel like that was enough time for me to sit down. Also, by me doing things that I like and adore and still being able to do those things, it's like it's a motivation, you know. Um, I I I get my sleep comfortably at night. I make sure I get my 8 hours. I'm fully asleep. I take my vitamins, my B12s, and I feel like the medication, honestly, the peritoneal helps a lot as well, because I've noticed since I've been on it, and now that it's like getting into my system and my body's getting used to it and accustomed to it, I'm having less episodes as far as spasms or throwing up sometimes, or those days where I just don't want to get up. Like I feel more, energized, and um I'm more motivated. I was away for everything for so long. My son, he was basically robbed of his first year of life with me because I spent my time being so sick. So I kind of just keep the mind frame. It's not over. I still have a chance. Value every moment, every second, every day. Um, and I have something here at my house that can help me. So some days it do be a struggle. I do have my days where I do want to just sleep all day. And sometimes I do. And I have let myself know it's okay to, have those days. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. At the end of the day, it's still a thing that I'm going through with my body, right? So I practice more of not necessarily beating myself up, but playing the cards that I've been dealt. When I look at my kids, it's like, they want to do things. Okay, I'm able to do it. I did my peritoneal last night, and I can still go to work today and I get paid and I'm able to do that. So you know what, we're gonna go. And even if I am tired when it comes to my kids, I'm gonna not be tired when we get there. Um, Cooking, it's just things that I love. You have to do things that motivate you. You have to do things that you want to get up and do, and realize that very quickly, it couldn't be as easy as it is. Very quickly, It's people in the world who are going through this and they don't have a solution. And I have one. So I have to take advantage of that solution.
Outstanding. That's truly amazing and truly touching. I mean, perfect answer, and I think every patient has to look up to that. So the second question is about something related to dialysis itself. So we have many patients here in Pakistan, and we dealing with them on daily basis. So talking about energy, and it comes whenever your nutritional status is up to the mark. So Gordon Ramsay and upcoming the Ashliee as the food icon. We have so many patients here in Pakistan who actually need nutritional advice. So if you can just in a very short amount of time, can you explain how to take care of nutrition when it comes to a patient with peritoneal dialysis and an excellent cook or be friends with Gordon Ramsay? So how to manage that?
Okay, so that's actually what one of my cookbooks is it's all recipes like soul food, comfort food converted into healthy living for dialysis patients. When I first got on it, I was so into reversing my kidney disease. I was against, I'm not doing dialysis, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna reverse this. I'm getting off this medicine, and the first step is to be healthy is your eating. Okay. They were like, you have to eat all fruits and vegetables, a little piece of protein weekly, just so you can get your protein up, and you have to exercise every day. So how do I go from eating chicken and steak and pizza and burgers to straight vegetables? That's it. Okay. So it took a lot of studying. Now, one thing about it, you could search. Google is not going to give you everything. It may look good, it may sound good. And that's when I realized that there is not a comfort food or something that makes people feel good and still healthy at the same time. It's not out there. I've been looking. Okay. So, for example, I like sandwiches. Okay. I love sandwiches. I'm not able to eat deli meat because of my condition, and healing. So I'm like, what do I do? I want I want a sandwich. Now, combining watching all of Gordon's shows and seeing how creative those other contestants had to be to impress him, I'm like, oh, I wonder how that'd be, if you switched this meat with mushrooms, or how would this be if you switched the bread to lettuce or spinach? I like wraps. I love wraps. I love chicken wraps. I love Caesar wraps, everything. And in my discovery, I found out that I could make a chicken wrap out of mushrooms, greens, raw greens, just using my vegetables, playing with seasonings, and I ended up coming up with a lot of things and was like, this really tastes like, similar to what I really want. Um, Also with that, when you are depressed and you already feel like that things are out of your control and out of your hands, it's like, whoa, I know you're telling me that I need to eat fruits and vegetables, but this is the only thing I have control of. So I'm going to eat what I want to eat. A lot of patients go through that. And it's like, I know I felt a sense of I didn't have any control. But once I realized I can have pizza and I can have spaghetti, but instead of noodles, I can have a squash. Like it's a substitute for everything, and I did the work. And so now it's only right that I share it and let people know, yeah, you can still have spaghetti, but do it this way. So you get the benefit of both worlds. You get to try new things. And a lot of it comes from fear. We don't know how. If we never had it before, we never grew up on it. It's like, oh, that looks weird. And the one thing that looks the most weird is probably the best, And so I like mushrooms, but I didn't know that you could fry a mushroom in olive oil. and coat it in oat flour and, season it like chicken and it come out like chicken strips, I didn't know that there was a thing called oyster mushrooms. I discovered all of this over trying to readjust my eating. So I'm bringing that to this field, letting people know that you still have a chance and you can do it. Just try it.
Amazing. So my last words would be, so Golden Ramsay has to feel threatened by you, because the more mixing that you're doing, I can see a bigger icon. So that's all.
Thank you.
Okay, I am really excited to share our PD patients' experience with you. And if I talk, let me first share one of young female patient, 22 years old. She was on hemodialysis for about 3 years, and then shifted to peritoneal dialysis. After that, she was able to complete the higher education study. If I talk about you, I have seen your videos as a family caregiver, social media influencer, and you have visited many more places. I just want to know about, has the PD impacted your social life and fun activities? Can you please share your experience?
Yeah, it has not affected my social life at all. Um, Again, this is something that I do overnight while I'm sleeping. So I still have the ability to go out. I still have the ability to talk and, meet friends and, go hang out. If my friends want to go out, I can go out. I'm not really a stay out all night kind of person anyway. So, even before the peritoneal, I would be home. If I was to go out to like the club or something, I'm home by 2 o'clock because that's just me, So I'm still able to do that as long as I come home and hook up afterwards. Still can go to work. I still can have wine on occasions. It doesn't change. It does. I still have access to everything, basically. Like I said, I can still go on vacation. Just take my manuals with me. I could still, play games. I could still get on the plane. That doesn't affect anything. I can still do. I can still do. Most 9 times out of 10, if you name it, I can still do it.
Very good. So, actually, we are serving so many patients here in Pakistan, and we also want to share the experiences of our patients. One of our patients, he was on hemodialysis since from 15 years, and he is restricted within the city. Although he have to plan if he want to travel from one city to other, he want to plan always. When he shifted on peritoneal dialysis, he went to a northern area with his family, though he drive himself. So I
Mhm.
to discuss that how do you handle your travel and vacations while on PD?
Okay, the question I believe is how do I handle my travel and driving?
Yes, yes.
Okay, normally I handle everything the same. I drive myself to work. I drive myself to the doctor's appointments. I just got on the plane to Atlanta and back, and I actually did a turnaround trip. I was there for 2 or 3 days. I still travel on the plane. Um, yeah, it's all the same. I drive. But I'm also a rare case, guys. I'm very rare because I remember one time, I drove myself to the hospital and my hemoglobin was like at 2. And the doctors was like, how did you get here? Like, how did you get here? As I drove myself. I'm in the parking garage. She said, what? You're here? I'm like, yeah, please, please, I just need blood. And it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then because I wasn't sure what was happening. I just knew I was dizzy. Okay. I just knew I was dizzy, but I made it a 30-minute drive, so I have a lot of I have a lot of drive, I have a lot of passion, I have a lot of I can make it. I have a lot of fight in me. So me getting there, my numbers was as low as they were. I think that day I got like 7 blood transfusions, but it was like I drove myself, I was there. So if I could do that, and then now I know, because this was the beginning, so I wasn't aware of the hemoglobin and my creatinine and all of those numbers. Now that I know what these things are, and I think about it, it's like I can do anything. Like, she was like, the ambulance should have came and got you. I'm like, girl, I wasn't finna wait for no ambulance. I'm here, So I can do it. I have a purpose and a point, and I have that fight, and I'm a rare case. I am, but I'm a case here, and I feel like I'm here and go through the things that I go through to let people know that it's possible.
Yeah, and one piece of advice, please get that episode recorded in Guinness Book of World Records. You made something possible which is impossible. Either Superman can do it or Ashliee Shankle can. So 2 thumbs up.
Thank you very much, Ashliee. It was wonderful talking to you. I think it has inspired us all, our team, and we are motivated to see such a healthy and motivated patient himself. And this gives us the drive to take care of patients. And we can, share your experience to our patient, because once a patient goes on dialysis, the general feeling here in Pakistan is, okay, you have dialysis, you sit aside, and things are not going to be okay. So I think it's time for you to complete your therapy and disconnect for yourselves. We'll not keep you long here. So over to Saman. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Ashliee, for your time. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
All right. Good. Bye. Thank you.